All right, guys, welcome back to Crunch Time, the show where you get the best NBA DFS picks each and every day. Today, I think it's a 9-game slate here. Joined as always with Chris, aka Chrissair in the industry, Chrissair DFS on Twitter. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well, as always. Excited for the slate tonight. Had a pretty frustrating one yesterday, even though the results were there. But I mean, there's some things I want to talk about.
Okay. Okay, that's interesting to hear. I'll just do the intro stuff. What do we have? We got the website, DFS Crunch. That's our optimizer. You guys know that. I'll do that more later. Twitter, DFS Crunch. Follow us there as well. I think we'll be doing the giveaway today, 30 likes. So if we hit 30 likes on the video, we'll do a weekly pass giveaway here for free. So even if you're already a member, you still get a week for free. So we'll remove that. We'll just give you like a refund, so you get a week for free. So new members get a free week as well. So anyone can participate. All you have to do is help get the video 30 likes and then just be here at the end of the show. So it should be in about an hour or so from now. So 3 p.m. Pacific, I think. I don't know if that is 6 p.m. Eastern. So around then. But yeah, I see some people in the chat. Got David Cree in here asking if John Carter is in here. I don't think he is. Got Brendan here. It says, good tip season. Let's get that cake tonight, Gary. Like that one. Duray King, what's up? I was talking to him on Twitter. He got a awesome result the other day. Posted it in the Discord for him. So I think we'll go over that. He's going to share his secret salsa for that one. Got Wendy in here. Also says that slate was terrible last night. DiVincenzo killed everyone. I guess you can get into it, Chris, before I do the success. Or do you want to do that at the success when we hit your lineup? Like, what were you talking about? What went wrong?
So I mean, this DiVincenzo thing that Wendy said actually helped us on DK. We had him in our lineup. He was sort of a last piece in the optimal. But yeah, on FanDuel, DJ Augustine was like a decent value play there. I think 3.7K, 3.8K around there, maybe 3.9. Then we got news that he's doubtful. So I mean, there's like 30% of people with DJ Augustine in their lineup, and then they have to swap, obviously. But the rest of their lineup is pretty much set. Like they have Giannis, they can't really swap from there. Porter Jr., Jokic as well. So then all those people swap to Neto. Neto becomes 30%. Neto has the game of his life. He goes for like 40 fantasy points, 6 steals, just the absolute worst. He was hitting every shot. And we didn't have him. Obviously, he wasn't a good player or anything like that. But he had a random career game at 30% when he probably should have been 5%. Not even 5%, 0% in cash games. So that was awful. And then also Alec Burks, our optimal on FanDuel didn't have Alec Burks. He had like 9 points going into the fourth quarter. He had a career quarter in the fourth. So he was like 50% in cash games. He scored like 20 real life points there. Got like 25 fantasy points in the fourth quarter. So, I mean, that was awful too. I think optimal still ended up profiting on FanDuel, but I mean, it could have been like a 4x night, 5x night if those two crazy things didn't happen.
That's why I saw your tweet the other day, Neto season.
No, I think I said that to Mangone. I think he had Neto on his lineup. He won a bunch of money.
Yeah. I didn't play there. Playing on the European sites for me, I'm like Mike James or like NBA players taking their talents from USA over to Europe for DFS. I'm the Mike James of DFS, Chris. Do you think he'd be in the NBA? Could he be in the NBA right now?
Mike James? No way.
He's so good.
He's pretty small as well. He's old.
So
I don't know. I don't think so.
But yeah, success stuff. Let's go over it. First up, got the Hug over here, the Thug. 55-59. Win is a win. I think he said that too. DK, a bit more than doubled up, 2.5x here, pretty much. So solid results there. Got Lil Biscuit here. Couldn't pass on Boban, third place here. Looks like it was tied a lot, actually. So I was wondering about the prize pool there. But yeah, super solid there. What is this? Is this an iPad?
Yeah.
Nice. We got Mike here, doubled up a bit more, so awesome results there. Then we got you here, Chris. Yeah, get into it. What do you see? What do you like?
Yeah, so this is the same lineup. This was the optimal yesterday. It had Dante. Obviously, Augustine going out helped him. That was a big part of this lineup. I think he went for 50.
Okay. FanDuel here. Let's see. Yeah, this is your lineup here. Yeah, get into it, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I already talked about it for a few minutes, so I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. NHL, Chell, didn't talk about that one. I know Chuck here. I know McDavid. I know, what's this, Draisaitl? I think I know him. I think that's it for me. But you know all these guys, Chris. This is just the optimal here.
Yeah, I think it was.
Nice. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty easy to do. Hit build, see what you like, enter the contests. Couldn't be easier than that. Dakota here, 64 to 130. Awesome. Third place here as well. Awesome. Oh yeah, got the plus 50 luck with the logo. So like I said, like it's not a joke. Anyone can equip it. It does work. There's lots of proof here in the success. I think the first day you equip it, it's probably more like 200 luck, and then after that it's just like a recurring plus 50 every other day. But yeah, then we got Durag King here. He sent this over Twitter. I think he's in here in the YouTube. I don't know which. I'm guessing he's the one on the. Which one do you think he has? Left side?
I don't know, but he needs to learn how to take a screenshot here. Yeah, I don't know if he took a picture of his phone because this is the phone format. So it looks like he has two phones. Took a picture with another phone. I mean, it's easier to screenshot than to get two phones out.
Yeah, he's on the left. Yeah, well, I don't know. How do you screenshot? You press the power. I honestly though, I don't mind this one. Like the screenshot's fine. I think Thomas had the worst run there with like the no crop, like all the Samsung bloatware, all that stuff there. So I think Thomas hands down has the worst screenshots. Durag says sorry. I think it's fine. I actually don't mind it. Like you can see everything, so you can see all the stuff that matters. There's no extra stuff here, Chris, like Thomas's. But yeah, I mean that's a big win. 1250. That's awesome. Is this some sort of single entry, Chris? Do you know? Probably.
Yeah, that's a single game.
Single game, single entry tournament.
I have no idea what it is, but it's a single game contest here. I mean, we can't even see the entire lineup in this screenshot.
Yeah. Well, anyway, shout out to Durag. Awesome results there. So I love to see that. I love to see members making money. So that's awesome. Then we got KJ up in here. 80 to 160 doubled up there. NHL 20 to 32. Is this your lineup, Chris? Looks similar.
In NBA?
No, NHL.
Yeah, NHL it is. NBA it wasn't. I think he went with. I think
Got
he
it.
had the second team there.
Yeah, we got Chris saying it's the worst of all time screenshot. Disagree. Hasty here on his college basketball streak. Did he play two lineups, Chris? Did you talk to him?
No, that was the day before. So he said, if you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. When you got knocked down, you gotta stand up. So he's saying he got knocked down 2 days ago, and he bounced back yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, like in my opinion, DFS, like when you don't lose your whole entry fee, that's still a pretty good win, I'd say. Making back like 80 from 140. So I think that's still good. But yeah, Hasty pulled out some good emojis the other day. He got the broccoli, gorilla. So you found those ones. Those are hidden gems for sure. Davis in here, Clement in the YouTube, 6 to 17. Awesome stuff there. And then Khalifa again here, 274, 412. Seems like a mid to mid stakes guy. Is that mid to mid? Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
well,
it is what it is, but good results.
Yeah, solid stake amount there. Good results for sure. But yeah, Today's slate, Chris, 9 games here. Let's see what we got. Durag says he's going to send the entire lineup. It'd be cool to see that. Wendy says Fox. I guess we'll get straight into a question for you, Chris. Who don't you like here? Fox, Paul, SGA, Herder, Bridges, Anunoby, Roby, Grant, and Capella.
Wait, what? You're asking me the entire lineup? Who I don't like? Let me
Yeah.
see here. Fox, I like Fox. Chris Paul, don't love him. SGA, love him. Herder, don't love him. He's fine though. Bridges, he's fine. OG, don't love him. Roby, like him a lot. Grant, he's fine. Capella, don't love him either.
Okay. Yeah, straight into the question, Wendy. Durag says like single games. Rondo says Hasty's going 5 for 6 in college basketball, knows his stuff. Agree there. Deshaun here says Paul or Booker or Grant, Chris.
Paul or Booker or Grant?
Yeah.
I'll say Jeremy Grant.
Okay. Yeah, let's get into the slate here. Friday slate. Friday is usually a big slate, so happy Friday to anyone who says that. We never say anything about the weekdays, Chris. We got to start doing some of that. A lot of people look forward to Friday weekend, so that's a big thing. Nice NBA slate on Fridays as well, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, 9 games here, Chris. I'm just going to test you. What's the major news we have so far here?
Can you let me know? I think we have. What do we have? We have the. I forgot. We have the King stuff. I mean, you gotta tell me. You're the host here.
All right, so we got let's see, got Halliburton. He's doubtful. That's today, I think. Valanciunas questionable. Zeller is doubtful as well. Let's see what else we got. Horford out today as well. Dennis Schroeder probable. Health and safety protocol there. Bam questionable, and Eric Gordon's in, so we got that. So I guess those things, Chris.
Yeah, let's get into it. I mean, it doesn't look good if we're not like on top of the news. Like I could tell you're reading off a list. I would be reading off a list as well. So I mean, it doesn't look too good. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean it's easier game by game. So let's skip that segment. First game up, Houston, Toronto. I'll just read the injury news there. I think it's a lot easier actually to just go over it like that, unless there's something major that you know, Chris. But yeah. Houston side, we have Exum. He is out for them. And then projected starters, we got John Wall, Oladipo, House, Tate, and Tucker. Anyone you like here, Chris, against the Raptors?
Not really. Like we got news that Christian Wood should be back, or he's missing another week, so that means he should be back. I think within the next 2 weeks, so probably after All-Star break. But with these other guys, it's a pace down spot here for the Rockets. They're only implied to score 106. This is one of the lowest over-unders on the slate. So I'm really not too interested in any Rockets here. If we get House starting, he's 4.5K on FanDuel. He's been playing pretty well recently in his last 4 starts. He's been putting up like 6x, 7x value, so he's a decent option here in my opinion on FanDuel. It's sort of a value play, but personally, I'm probably not going to land on any Rockets tonight.
Okay. Let's go Toronto. Don't know who this guy is. New 10-day contract here, Donta Hall. Do you know this guy, Chris? Mm-hmm. Really? Who is he?
What do you mean, who is he? He's a basketball player.
I mean, where's he from? Like, how do you know him? Have you played him before in DFS?
He was in the league before.
Okay. Yeah, for some reason I can't Google it. It's not loading for me. Hopefully my internet's working. But yeah, we got that note for Toronto. Other than that, just the projected starters, we got Lowry, Fred VanVleet, Norm Powell, OG Anunoby, and Pascal Siakam here. I've been saying this, love to target the bigs against Tucker. Not sure if Siakam counts as like a big. Obviously he's like their small ball 5. So I'm not sure. Do you like that matchup, Chris? Siakam on Tucker?
I don't love this game. Like Lowry's back. I don't love the Raptors here. I mean, Tucker's a tough matchup in my opinion. He's a good defender. It's not like Siakam's this huge guy. Siakam came off just an awful game last time. 12 fantasy points. I think 10 on FanDuel. So just I don't know. Like we have so many games tonight. I really don't need anyone here on the Raptors. If you want to play someone in tournaments, you could play someone like Fred on FanDuel. Don't mind that. He's 8.2K. On DK, Lowry's the cheapest at 7K. So I mean, you can go there. Personally, I'm not going to. This game's a stay away spot for me.
Wait, sorry. Who'd you say the guy you could play is? First one?
Fred on FanDuel.
Oh, Fred,
Lowry on DK.
Got it. Okay. Let's get into the next game then. Yeah, you got Indiana against Boston here. Let's go over Indiana's side first. We got Jakar Sampson out for them. Projected starters: Brogdon, Justin Holiday, McDermott, Sabonis, and Turner. Any interest here, Chris?
Not really. Like this is also a low total game. It's at 219 right now. Sabonis is expensive now. Congrats to him. He got named to the All-Star team actually. So I mean, there's no more snub narrative there for him. He's 10-4 on DK, 9-9 on FanDuel. Just probably a little too expensive for me. If you want to go there in tournaments, I'm always fine with him. We've seen the upside. He can get you 60 any night. He's had an 80-point game as well. So I mean, if you're landing there in tournaments and you want to be different, that's the only way I would do it. The only reason I would do it. Brogdon, he's around 8K on both sites. Really don't need that today. We just have Fox in a better spot, LaMelo in a better spot. So definitely don't have interest in Brogdon here against the Celtics. Miles Turner, same sort of thing. We have Bismack Biyombo for value at center. So, I mean, don't really need to pay 7-2 for Turner on DK. On FanDuel. If you want to play him, you can do it on DK for 6K. I think that's a decent option, decent price tag in tournaments. But, I mean, like I said with the last game, this game has no one that's going to stand out for me.
Okay. Wait, so Sabonis, I thought they already listed the All-Stars. Did they have more slots available? Like, why were we saying snub before?
Oh, yeah. So, KD, he's out until after the All-Star break, so Sabonis is the replacement.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Let's go to the Celtics here. Kemba Walker marked as in. Projected starters: Walker, Brown, Tatum, Tice, Thompson. Who do you like there, Chris?
Yeah, so I mean, if I'm playing anyone here on the Celtics, it's probably going to be Kemba Walker. On DK, he's 6.2K. FanDuel, he's 6.6, so not as interested there. Like I said, we have interest in the guys like Fox and Ball on FanDuel. But I think on DK, if you want to play Kemba Walker for 6.2, I think he's a decent option. I think he has decent player props as well. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they've just looked bad recently. Don't really want to play them. For that reason, I think they're tournament viable. I'm not going to land on them. I'm just going to be honest. I have spend-ups elsewhere that I'll be targeting, really like some of the Thunder guys like SGA, Hornets as well. They're popping up as value plays. So, I mean, I don't need anyone here. I could play Kemba on DK and cash games for 6.2, but other than that, I'm going to stay away.
Okay. Some comments here. Hasty's late. John Carter in here. Cotter in here. What's up? Hasty's asking who gets Anthony Davis's spot, Chris?
In what? Oh, Devin Booker got it.
Who, sorry? Booker?
Yeah, Devin Booker.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Then this says mention of all the pace-up teams per night would be a good thing at the beginning, just in case people don't have time to watch the whole thing. What do you think of that one, Chris? Pace up?
Yeah, pace up, pace down.
Yeah. How do we do that? Just open up the Vegas data, look at the team totals, or what?
I mean, like I could tell like Thunder are in a pace up, Detroit pace up, Hornets pace up. I mean, we could just go over my favorite teams. Like my favorite teams usually come from pace up spots. So yeah, we could do my favorite teams in the future. I think that makes more sense.
Yeah, we can do that. I think that's a little bit easier for you to do because you probably know that well before the show starts, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see what else we got. Durag says Kemba Walker, Kemba and Tatum. Loves them, Chris. You said Tatum Brown staying away, but Kemba, you like the props he has. But would you stay away from? Or you said he's good for tournaments for that reason for Tatum, right?
Yeah, he's. I think he's fine in tournaments, but I mean, he played so bad last game. I don't think many people are going to be on him here against the Pacers. There's better spend ups in my opinion elsewhere. But yeah, if you're landing there in tournaments, I probably don't have a problem with it. Like we know the talent this guy has. We know the upside he has. Just for me personally, I just don't need to go there today. But I mean, he's not a bad play.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump into the next game. Are you playing NHL today, Chris?
Yeah.
Is that it? So NBA locks, I think 7:30, NHL 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Just making sure. Yeah, next game, Phoenix Suns, Chicago Bulls. Phoenix side first, we have Sarge, questionable tag for him. Projected starters, Chris Paul, Booker, Bridges, Kaminsky, and Ayton. Who do you like here, Chris?
So I mean, these first games we're going over. I mean, I'm not interested in the Phoenix Suns here. They have a decent implied team total, like 117. It's actually high, but I mean, they're healthy. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Ayton, they're all playing. They're priced fairly, I think. I think on FanDuel they're priced better. But yeah, I mean, I'm not landing here. Like I don't want to play a team that kind of shares the ball so much. Like if one of these guys were out, then I would have interest in the other two. But with Paul, Booker, and Ayton all in, I'm not too interested. If I had to pick one, I'll go with DeAndre Ayton. He's 6.8K on both sites. Obviously, going up against the Bulls here, I always say I love to target the Bulls with opposing big men. Sorry. So I mean, 6.8 for DeAndre Ayton. I definitely don't mind that if you're landing there. Probably more of a tournament pivot, like I keep saying with these teams that I don't like, just because we have Biyombo here at center. He's going to be super chalky, going to be super popular. He's in a great spot without Cody Zeller playing. So, I mean, yeah, Ayton's going to be my favorite Phoenix Sun here tonight. But personally, I'm gonna try to stay away in my cash games, like just because Chris Paul and Devin Booker, they're kind of priced in the same range as guys like De'Aaron Fox, SGA, LaMelo Ball. So yeah, I prefer those other guys over Booker and Paul.
Okay. Let's do Chicago then. Nothing noted on that side. Projected starters for them, we have Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Garrett Temple, Pat Williams, and Wendell Carter Jr. Anyone here, Chris, that you like?
Not really. This is a pace down spot here. So for the Bulls, they're only implied to score 110 tonight. Obviously, usually they play fast. Today they're playing the Suns, who play pretty slow. So I don't want to play Zach LaVine here. I think he's too expensive. Wendell Carter, if you kind of want to chase the game log, you can do that in tournaments, but I think he might go a little over-owned because of that. So not my favorite play there. Kobe White, 5.7 on FanDuel, I think is a decent price tag in tournaments, but yeah, I mean, for the most part, this is going to be a stay-away team for me as well, just because it's a pace-down spot.
Okay, let me load up the next game. Got Utah Jazz, Miami Heat. Should be an interesting game. Actually, I wanted to ask Chris, is my face a little bit brighter today? I think there's a new light here.
No, it looks the same to me.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I think I have to shine the light directly in my face. Then I'd probably I think that would hurt my eyes. I need sunglasses or something. I don't know. I'll try it out. But yeah, next game, Jazz Heat here. Utah side, nothing noted for them. Projected starters for them, we have Conley, Mitchell, Bogdanovich, Royce O'Neal, and Gobert. Is this a pace down, pace up game here? Anything at all like that, Chris?
It's just not a great spot here. Like, this is another game that I don't have interest in. So we have Utah here, who, like you said, there's no notable injuries. They're all healthy. I think they're all priced pretty fairly. I talked about Mike Conley last game. I think he was 5.6. Today's 6K. But his minutes have been limited. They've been blowing teams out. So you don't really know how it's going to go. Obviously, Miami's a decent team. The spread is 6.5 right now, so we're not projecting a blowout. But I mean, at the same time, I don't really want to play too many guys here. I think Donovan Mitchell is probably a decent tournament option tonight. We've seen the ceiling he has. He's 8.3 on FanDuel, 8.5 on DK. So I think if the game stays close, Donovan Mitchell could have a big game here, but I expect Jimmy Butler to be guarding him. So kind of a bump down to Mitchell there in that aspect. We have Gobert on DK, who I think is decent. He's 7.2 compared to 8K on FanDuel. So I think if you're playing these guys, you're probably going to stick to Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert for the most part, just because they're all healthy outside of those two guys.
Yeah. Let's see. Before we go Miami, see some comments here. Royal King's asking, how do you play the snake draft on FanDuel? You've played that one before, Chris.
Yeah, you just, I mean, it's like any other snake draft. You just pick the player, the next guy picks his player, you pick your player, the next guy picks his player. That's how a snake draft works.
Yeah, you just got to be there live, right? Can't set your lineup before you can't miss the draft. What happens if you do miss it? Does it just pick by highest PFP on FanDuel?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just don't miss your draft and then just pick your players, wait your turn. Durag says Utah Miami game. He likes it. Hasty likes it too. Dinda says looks like the moisturizer is bringing out my color. If only you guys could see. If I had the light on me, maybe I can turn it a bit. But I'll try. Your boy Brandon says he loves Conley today, Chris. What else we got? Narrative Royal King says Bam just signed with Jordan. Should be a pretty good narrative. No, we never went over that narrative. Actually, we've went over all the narratives. We didn't bring up the shoe deal narrative.
Yeah, I didn't know that one. But I mean, that's pretty cool. Congrats to him. I don't know if there's much of a narrative there in terms of his play. But yeah, that's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if the narrative is first play, maybe he'll play better. I don't know. Make a statement game or something. Durek says Mitchell's going to go off tonight. Oh yeah, also question, Chris, did you get your Top Shot pack this morning?
No, I was in 30,000.
And you were there right away?
Yeah, I was there.
That's crazy. Let's see, Air Bam's coming soon. What do you think of Air Bams, Chris?
I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, I like him, but I don't like him that much.
Okay. Heat side then, we got Bam, Hero, questionable tags, Gabe Vincent, probable, projected starters, Kendrick Nunn, Jimmy Butler, Duncan Robinson, Kelly Olynyk, and Bam Adebayo, fresh off of that Air Jordan deal. So that's pretty interesting there for a narrative, I think. But yeah, who do you like here, Chris? Do you like anyone?
So, I mean, we have to wait on the news here. Bam and Hero are both questionable. If they're out, this will open up some value on this team. Someone like Kelly Olynyk would become more viable, I think. But I'm going to assume that they're both going to play tonight. Hero missed the last game, so, I mean, maybe he'll be out, but I think Bam's going to play here. So, I mean, with that being said, they're only implied to score 106 points here. If you're playing someone, I think it's got to be Jimmy Butler. He's 9.4 on DK, 9.2 on FanDuel. He's been playing really well recently, put up 62 last game on your Raptors. But, I mean, for me personally, it's like this team, this entire game is not something that interests me. It's the lowest over-under on the slate at 219. So yeah, I'm probably not going to have too many guys from this game.
Okay. Seeing a comment from Hasty says, got to get Chris some Team Canada merch, rep the home team. Yeah. Do you have your Team Canada merch, Chris?
I don't think I have much Team Canada merch.
It's probably hard to come by. It's probably funny. I bet you can probably find more like Team USA merch in the stores here in Canada than like Team Canada basketball merch.
I don't think so. I got this from America. I don't think they sell USA merch here in Canada.
I don't know. Hasty says big men don't sell shoes. Shaq had a shoe, right? Didn't he?
And they don't sell, do they?
Yeah. And Shaq was pretty big. Um, yeah, any other? Aiden? Did Aiden have a shoe? I think there's like all
No,
those rookies that had the Puma shoe at the same time.
yeah, but what wasn't his own shoe though?
Yeah, I got that shoe. That was a pretty good shoe actually. Um, yeah, what else? Utah right now unstoppable from Durag King. Hasty loves that comment there. We got Siakam out, Chris. That's crazy.
Really?
Health and
Uh,
safety protocol. First domino tipping over. Who's next?
might have like an OG night here. He's 5'4" on FanDuel, 5'5" on DK. So I think OG here gets a big bump. Obviously Freddie and Kyle as well. Boucher maybe looks like he has a nice price tag on DraftKings, 5.6K. But yeah, we'll have to see who they start. We'll have to see if anyone else gets ruled out for them. But yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, I gotta lock in Boucher. I love the sound of that. But yeah, let's go over the next game. We have Clippers against the Grizzlies. So not Lakers, LA side first. Pat Patterson out for them. And then projected starters, we have Pat Bev, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Nick Batum, Serge Ibaka. Is this a game that you like, Chris? Seems like a lot of these games so far you just don't want to really focus on.
Yeah, so yeah, the later games we'll talk about, I have more interest in. This game was super weird yesterday. I think the Grizzlies were favored, or I mean the Clippers were obviously favored by like 8 points. The Grizzlies ended up winning by like 28. Obviously, I don't expect that to happen again tonight. But yeah, for me, I'm gonna stay away here as well. Kawhi and Paul George obviously are the main guys. I think they're priced fairly. Not a great matchup here, in my opinion. They're implied to score 116, but I still think that's lower than their season's average. So, I mean, I don't think it's a great spot here. If you want to play them, you can play them in tournaments. If I'm picking between Kawhi and Paul George, I would go with Kawhi. Just feels a little safer, in my opinion. But yeah, this entire game here doesn't really stand out to me either.
Okay. Let's get into the other half here. Memphis side, Jonas Valanciunas, questionable tag there. Justice Winslow out for them. Projected starters, Ja Morant, Grayson Allen, Dylan Brooks, Kyle Anderson, and Valanciunas if he is in there. Anyone here, Chris?
No, so like we have this news that we're waiting on with Joe Val. I think if he's out, maybe we can play Tillman. He's pretty cheap on both sites. But for now, I'm going to assume that Joe Val's in. He's questionable. I always like to assume that questionable players are in. So yeah, if you want to play someone like Ja Morant, I mean, yesterday they won by 28 points. Ja Morant put up 29 fantasy points. So I mean, it's not like he had a big part of what they did. They kind of spread the ball around a lot. They have a lot of guys who can get there. So they never really have like a huge fantasy performance from anyone. But if they do, I think it would come from either Ja or Joe Val. So they're tournament viable, but for me, I'm not going to have too much of them.
Okay. Let me load up the next game. Atlanta Hawks, Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's go over the Hawks here. Cam Reddish has the doubtful tag for them. Projected starters, Trae Young, Herter, Collins, Snell, and Capella. Anyone here, Chris?
Yeah, so this game is, I mean, the next three games that we're going to talk about are the games that we're going to have the most interest in DFS-wise. On the Hawks side, they don't have, we're not too interested in them. Obviously, Reddish and Hunter are likely going to be out, so we can go back to someone like Kevin Herter. They're implied to score 117. I think he's a decent option for value in cash games. Personally, I'm probably not going to land there. I think it's a little too thin on this slate. I just think we have better plays elsewhere. But Trae Young is always my favorite play here. I think we have the hometown game. I'm not sure if he's from OKC or if he just played college ball there. Yeah, so it looks like he was born in Texas, but obviously he played college in Oklahoma. So, I mean, kind of a college hometown narrative here, I think. So I do like Trae Young. Always love him a lot in tournaments. He's 9.6K on FanDuel, 9.9 on DK. He's going to be my favorite Atlanta Hawk here. He's been putting up big games. I feel like I say this every time I mention Trae Young. He kind of goes underlooked every slate. People don't really want to pay this much for him. They'd rather just pay like an extra 800, 900 to get up to guys like Luka, Giannis, players of that caliber, Harden as well. So I feel like Trae Young always goes a little overlooked. So really like him in tournaments. I also always overlook him. Like I don't think I've played him once all season. So yeah, for the most part, if you want to play him, do it in tournaments. But I think in cash games we have better options. We'll talk about soon.
Okay. OKC side, Horford out, Hamidou Diallo out, and Ty Jerome available there. Projected starters: SGA, Theo Maledon, Le Guin Stort, Baisley, and Isaiah Roby. Anyone here, Chris, that you like?
Yeah, so OKC is where we got a ton of value from. It's going to be OKC and Charlotte tonight. I mentioned value, but I'll start up top with SGA. He's my favorite, one of my favorite plays of the night. He's 8K flat on FanDuel, 8.8 on DK. I think both of these price tags are still too cheap for him. We saw his minutes creep up to 38 last game, so that's definitely good. If he sees 38 minutes again, I expect a huge score here from him. Obviously, Horford is out. Hamidou Diallo is out as well. So I think with the Diallo news kind of opens up more minutes for SGA. That's why he played 38 last night. So very encouraging there for me. Yeah, he's going to be my favorite spend up here on this slate, even though he's not like a super highly priced guy, but I have him on the cover tonight on the YouTube show, obviously. And yeah, he's one of my favorite spend ups. So love SGA in both formats, both sites. I could definitely see him going for 50 fantasy points here tonight. And then we have Horford out, so that opens up the Roby thing. He's definitely in play for me on FanDuel, where he's 4.6K, or sorry, yeah, 4.6. On DK, he's 4.9K. So he's in play there as well. But I have more interest on FanDuel, where he's power forward. Power forward doesn't have too many great options over on FanDuel, so I think Roby's definitely in play there. On DK, someone like Theo Maledon, I don't mind him. He's 4.5K there. Also 4.5 on FanDuel. So obviously Diallo being out, I think that helps Maledon as well. George Hill's out as well. He's been out for a month, I think. So yeah, Maledon's minutes, he's been around 34, 33. So I think for this price tag, if he plays 34 minutes here, it's a pace up spot for the Thunder. Like going up against the Hawks here, so definitely like the matchup for him. I think he provides good value. Then we have Kenrich Williams. I don't know if he's going to start here. Don't expect him to start, but I do think if you want him, or if you want some value there on DK for 3.5K, I think he's a decent option. Currently not landing on him in my lineup, but like I said, I think he's a decent option there. And then Mike Muscala, he obviously gets a bump as well with Horford out, so if you're not playing Roby and you want to play Muscala instead, I don't mind that. He's definitely going to be lower owned than Roby, but we've seen the ceiling he has. He can get you 30 for this price tag, which is pretty good. Probably like 8x, 9x if his shot is falling. So definitely don't mind Muscala for value if you want to go there. But for the most part here, going to be SGA for me. Roby on FanDuel as well, and then Maledon on DK.
Okay. On Roby, going to show you one of my favorite highlights. He has Top Shot highlight, loaded it up. Look at that. Look at that. That's nasty.
That's nice.
Yeah. This is only with $18, guys. You could own this YouTube video for $18. It's a steal. There's a better one, though. The one I mentioned this game, but Vucevic's reaction when he did something to him. That's better than that Top Shot. But yeah, seeing some comments here. What we got? Durex says lock in Norm Powell. Your boy Brandon says always Powell. He's a big Powell guy. Seems like it, right?
Norm Powell. I don't know. Like Siakam out. I think it benefits the other guys more. I think Norm becomes more in play when someone like Fred or Kyle is out, but yeah, I'm probably not too high on Norm today.
Okay. Yeah, I guess because Norm probably is not going to have the ball in his hands as much with all the backcourt still there. What else we got? Hasty says 15 out of 30 likes, almost there. Yeah, 30 likes, guys. Do a giveaway to the optimizer here. Our projections, everything you see us using here, you can have that for free. If we get 30 likes, we'll do a giveaway. So let's try to get that. What else we got? Durag says Cody Zeller is doubtful. BMO love or hate if he's out.
Yeah, so doubtful pretty much can interpret that as out. Biombo is one of my favorite plays on both sides. He's just great value tonight.
Okay. Let me just set the filters up. Yeah, on Trey, Chris, Justin here says Trey grew up and went to high school in Norman. Okay. Attended college at OU, right outside OKC.
Yep, so just like I said, college narrative there. Grew up there as well in Norman, Oklahoma. So, yeah, good to know. Yeah, I think that I do like that narrative.
Yeah. But yeah, next game we have the Kings against the Pistons. Sacramento side, Whiteside, Jabari Parker are out. Halliburton, doubtful. Projected starters, Fox, Heald, Barnes, Bagley, and Holmes. Who do you like there, Chris?
Yeah, so this is a back-to-back for the Kings. But I do have interest here. De'Aaron Fox is probably my favorite play outside of SGA tonight. Obviously, Halliburton is out, so that bumps him up. He's been playing huge minutes. He played 38 last night, 39 the night before. Yeah, so De'Aaron Fox here, love him. He's 7-8 on FanDuel. I think he's 7-7 on DK. So he's going to be a lock for me in cash games on both sites, especially with Halliburton out. I had a ton of interest even before that. But yeah, he's going to be like probably 80% owned now because of the Halliburton news. So Fox definitely in play for me. If you're playing someone else here, I don't think there's anyone else that really stands out on FanDuel, like Buddy Hield. Obviously, he gets a little bit of a bump with Halliburton out. But he's just awful. Like, I don't want to play Buddy Hield. I don't think anyone does. He's priced pretty high in my opinion, 5.8K. So I can't see myself getting there, honestly. I think on DK you can play some of these other guys. Harrison Barnes is 5.5K. That's a pretty good price tag to me. He's been putting up, I think, big games since his injury. Yeah, he played 36 minutes in both games. Got 25 fantasy points in his first one, which isn't great, but got 43 last night, which was pretty big. So I think Harrison Barnes is my favorite Sacramento King outside of De'Aaron Fox today.
Okay. Justin says okay equals Oklahoma. I mean, I kind of knew that. I just said okay. Should I have said Oklahoma, Chris? Does no one say okay? Like in Canada, we have British Columbia. People just say BC.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely made it sound like you don't know what that was when you said it.
What about OU, Chris? What's that? What state?
That's Oklahoma University.
Oh, OU. Do you know all your state abbreviations?
No, but I mean, like, BC is British Columbia because there's two words. Like for Alberta, you don't just say A.
Well, you never know. Maybe I would. But Clement here, Chris, he's saying LaMelo Ball a good play today.
Yeah, especially on FanDuel. He's one of my favorite plays there at point guard. We'll get into that game soon, though.
Yeah, Justin says okay is more like the word okay. Casey says Chris with the logic bomb. Yeah, I put myself on the spot on purpose just to make Chris look good here sometimes. But yeah, Detroit side, Griffin out for them. Sadiq Bey questionable. What else we got? Jeremy Grant in for them. Projected starters: Dennis Smith Jr., Ellington, Bay, Dembuya, and Plumlee. Yeah, what do you make of this Detroit squad, Chris?
Yeah, so this is a pace-up spot for them. Obviously, you mentioned the guys who are out. We have Wayne Ellington playing today. I think he rested one of the games. Sadiq Bey, who's questionable, is pretty big news. We had some interest in him earlier in the day before we got the Zeller news. I think now Gordon Hayward kind of fits in that small forward position. So I'm not really interested in the Pistons here. I do think there are some good plays here. Jeremy Grant especially. I think he's 7.6K on FanDuel. DK 7.3K. So I do like the price more on DK. Really good matchup here. Obviously, we love to target the Kings. They have the worst defense in the league. So definitely any of these guys could get there. Josh Jackson as well. He's one of my favorite players to watch. I don't know why. He plays so smooth. Looks really good this season. So I love watching Josh Jackson for some reason. Didn't really like watching him before, but he just looks really good. So I really like him in tournaments. He's 6.4K on DraftKings, 5.7 on FanDuel. So that's a good price tag there. I don't think he's going to be too highly owned tonight. I think everyone's going to try to play SGA at shooting guard. So Josh Jackson definitely in play in tournaments. Probably one of my favorite tournament plays today. And then up top, Jeremy Grant, probably the safest Piston here. If I'm playing cash games, probably my favorite cash game Piston.
Yeah. That's actually, you're never going to hear Chris mention that he likes a low-owned guy like this. That's kind of rare, so take note of Josh Jackson, guys. It's a good take from him. I bet you this wouldn't even be your tournament play of the day with his ownership there. But yeah, take note of that one, guys. Chris doesn't do that often. What else we got? Apparently I'm fired. I feel like Justin just set me up on purpose. He's been coming for my host chair, like Hasty says. He says Josh Jackson is looking better for sure. Should have spent more time in college growing up. Did he?
Yeah.
Like, what does he mean by that? Like, did he do something in college? Or
no, he's done a lot of stuff since he's got out of college.
Okay. What else we got? Dennis says OKLA. What? Can you read this one, Chris? Oh, he's
OKLAHOMA. OKL. He's spelling Oklahoma. OKLA. What's OKLAHOMA? Yeah.
Yeah, next game, guys. Charlotte Hornets, Warriors, Golden State Warriors. Start with Charlotte, Caleb Martin, Devontae Graham out, and Cody Zeller, as we mentioned, doubtful. Projected starters, we got LaMelo Ball, so we have some questions there about him. Rozier, Hayward, Washington, and Biyombo. Is this one of these teams that you're interested in today, Chris, or does it heavily depend on Zeller here, or you just get into this team? What do you think?
Yeah, so this is my favorite team to target. Zeller's doubtful, so I mean that pretty much means he's out. So yeah, we have a ton of value here, ton of plays up top, ton of guys who are too cheap. This is the high over under game on the slate at 234. Next highest is 228, so quite a big difference there. The 228 game is the OKC game, so yeah, this spot for the Charlotte Hornets looks really appealing to me. I'll start with Gordon Hayward. He's probably my favorite play point per dollar across both sites. He's 7.1K on FanDuel, 6.7 on DK, so we're getting a huge discount on him. He had that injury scare with his hand when he played against Utah, but he played last game, played 34 minutes, shot the ball fine, 7 for 17, so not a great night, but I'm not too concerned about the hand injury. We don't have any injury designation on him, so not any concern there. I think he's too cheap in this spot. He's one of my favorite kind of mid-range plays tonight. And then we have Bismack Biyombo here, 3.5K on FanDuel, 3.3 on DK. Super solid play there. No Zeller. We've seen games this season without Zeller that Biyombo has started. He always seems to get you like 25 fantasy points around that range. Plays around 28 minutes. So, I mean, if he gets that in this matchup against the Warriors in the highest over-under game, definitely think he can get there for us. So, he really like him a lot. LaMelo Ball, next guy I'll mention, more of a FanDuel play where he's 7.6K. On DK, he's 8.7K. So, I think that might be a little too expensive for me. Kind of hard to land on that price tag, but on FanDuel, he's going to be a lock for me. 7.6K, just way too cheap. Just does everything for them. rebounds well, assists well, gets you some stocks. So he's looking really good. Definitely the rookie of the year in my opinion. And then we have PJ Washington. He also gets a little bit of a bump with Cody Zeller out. He's 5.4K on DK, 5.6 on FanDuel. He's had some bad games recently, but I think we got to play him here for his price tag. He's cheap enough where he kind of fits the builds. He's in the obviously the best game environment, and then we have the injury news with Zeller that helps him a lot. So, yeah, PJ Washington is definitely in play for me. Last guy I'll mention here, I didn't really talk about him much, Terry Rozier. I'm not really landing on him tonight. He's 7K on FanDuel. I think he's 8.4 on DK, so that's a ridiculous price tag. No way I'm paying 8.4K for Terry Rozier. But if you want to play him on FanDuel, I think that's a decent spot there for 7K. But it's kind of hard for me just because I'm prioritizing other Hornets, and obviously you can only fit four players from one team on FanDuel.
Okay. Comments here from Durag says Curry went 1 for 11. Should go off tonight. Yeah, you like that?
From 3 last game, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we'll get into that game. I mean, that team after this.
Okay. Durag also says PJ Washington is a lock. Yeah, do you like him? You like him a lot, no? Today?
I don't know if he's a lock, but I think for his price tag, he's a really good option on both sites.
Okay, then NC says, what cash line do you think is usually lower between the big double ups and 50-50s?
50-50s are usually lower. You get the top 50% win, and in double ups, I think it's like top 46%. So more people win in 50-50s.
Yep.
Maybe not 40. I think it's like top 40% actually in double ups.
Yep. Okay, let's go do the Warriors then. Nothing noted for them. Projected starters: Steph Curry, Kelly Oubre, Wiggins, Green, and Kevon Looney. Yeah, we have the Curry question there. I guess comment there on his shooting performance. Yeah, who do you like here, Chris?
Yeah, so the Warriors here have the highest implied team total. It's sitting at 120 right now. So yeah, Steph Curry, he's definitely one of my favorite plays here. Especially on DK where he's 9.7K. Obviously fits the DK scoring system better with the 3-point bonus. And on FanDuel, we have De'Aaron Fox and LaMelo Ball, who are just underpriced in my opinion. So we don't need them there. But on DK, Curry, I think he's not a lock for me, but he's pretty close to a lock. He's definitely my favorite spend up over on DK. Like I said, they have the highest implied team total here at 120. He's obviously... He has the biggest role in that offense, so he's going to have the ball in his hands a ton. I definitely expect him to have a big game here going up against his hometown team. Obviously, it's in San Francisco today, but, I mean, still, you get a little bit of that narrative. His dad's obviously going to be casting the game, announcing the game for the Hornets. So, I mean, maybe he'll want to play a little harder for him. Last time they played each other, he had the sick game, so he didn't end up playing, but I think he gets up for this matchup against the Hornets. Outside of him, I think I said it yesterday or the day before that they played. Oubre and Wiggins, I think they're priced a little too high for me now, so I'm not too interested in them. If I'm playing another Warrior here, it's going to be Draymond Green. He's 6.9 on DK, 7.3 on FanDuel, so I think he's in a decent spot. Probably tournament only for me. He's not really a safe cash play in my opinion, but he has been getting there in his last couple of games. He's gotten 48 in his last 2. So yeah, he's a decent option for me, but probably not going to go there in cash games.
Okay. I think that's it then. Let's get into the last game of the slate. Durek says Wiggins has been playing poorly, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, Wiggins isn't that good.
Yeah. So is this the late night hammer, Chris? Portland Laker game?
No, the last one we talked about was
the one we just talked about, you mean? Or
yeah, the Charlotte game.
Yeah. Okay. Last game up, we have Portland Trailblazers against the LA Lakers. Portland side, Harry Giles out for them, and then projected starters: Lillard, Trent Jr., Jones Jr., Rocco, and Enes Kanter. Who do you like there, Chris?
I don't like too much here. Like Lillard, I think he's a little too expensive now. This is a tough matchup against the Lakers. They're only implied to score 108 points, so it's definitely a paced down spot for them. So I'm not too high on Lillard tonight on either site. Maybe in tournaments, but I mean, honestly, I don't really want to go there. I just think we have better options elsewhere. Cantor is probably the only guy I'm slightly interested in. If we didn't have this Biyombo value, Cantor would definitely probably be in my cash game builds. But I mean, with Biyombo here, we don't need to go to Cantor. Yeah, so really, I don't want to play any Blazers here.
Okay. Let's do the Lakers then. Lots of probable tags here. Dennis Schroeder, Kyle Kuzma, Markieff Morris, LeBron James, all probable. We got Damian Jones noted here, 10-day contract as well for the Lakers. Other than that, projected starter is Schroeder, KCP, LeBron, Kuzma, and Gasol. Anyone on the Lakers, Chris?
I mean, if I'm playing someone here, it's going to be LeBron. Obviously, this Portland team doesn't play too much defense, but we saw LeBron kind of regress last game. They got blown out against the Jazz. Obviously, I don't expect a blowout here or anything, but I mean, I do think they kind of want to be safer with his minutes. He's been playing a ton all season, so I mean, I don't know if there's truth to that. It's just kind of how I feel. So I mean, if I am playing someone here, it's going to be LeBron. He's 10.5K on FanDuel, 10.7 on DK. But personally, I'm not really finding myself landing here in this spot. And I'm completely fine with it. I don't prioritize LeBron too much tonight.
Okay. Some comments. Rural King also says he's got a feeling Curry might go off. So that's two Curry comments like that we had today. Dreg says Dennis Schroeder is a lock. See your reaction there. You don't think he's a lock, but what do you think of Dennis Schroeder today?
He's fine, but it's his first game back, so we don't know if he's going to be limited at all. We don't know if he had any symptoms. We just don't know enough. Like, I'm not prioritizing him at all. I'd be fine if I had no shares of him. It's a good matchup. But like I keep saying, we have better point guards like De'Aaron Fox, LaMelo Ball, Steph Curry. So, yeah, I'm probably not going to play Dennis Schroeder today at all.
Yeah, and I think Royal King said it well as well. He says, not too high, playing players fresh off an injury.
Yeah, well, it's the Rona. It's not an injury, but yeah, I mean, I think it's even worse with Corona just because. Yeah, we don't know. We don't have much details. We don't have much info, so we don't know how each team will handle it.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into the best part of the show. 3 core plays here, Chris. Or not core plays, I can't say that. 3 pillar plays, 3 main plays, 3 favorite plays. Overall, favorite play of the day, Chris. Guy you can't go wrong with today. Super safe. Yeah, who was it on FanDuel?
Yeah, so it's between 2 guys. It's going to be between De'Aaron Fox and SGA. I'll say SGA here just because De'Aaron Fox is obviously in a back-to-back. But yeah, I love both of them. If I could say both, I would.
Yeah, meat and potatoes. Value play, Chris, who is it?
Let's go with Isaiah Roby here. He's 4.6K on FanDuel, power forward. Pretty easy to fit in. I think he's going to be a lock for me for value.
Yeah, 3 money plays, Chris. Got meat and potatoes, money plays. Which of those 2 do you like more?
I don't love either of them, to be honest.
I like meat and potatoes. I like both, actually, to be honest. Yeah, tournament play of the day, Chris, on FanDuel. So this is the guy that's going to be in every single lineup that ships it today. It's not going to be that lone guy, but it's just going to be in there. You mentioned your tournament play, kind of. It was Josh Jackson. I guess that's not your tournament play of the day. But yeah, who's your tournament play of the day?
It's Josh Jackson. He's 5.7K here on FanDuel. I don't know how popular he's going to be, but I really like the spot. He's been shooting a ton. His usage rate is above 30%. He's only 5.7K. Like, we're getting a 30% usage rate guy for 5.7K. Really like that in tournaments.
That's actually that's breaking news here at DFS Crunch. Chris giving us a guy who's so low in projected ownership. You're not going to catch that happen twice here. Usually your
I think
tournament play of the day is like chalky.
I think I had Cat at like 3%. Westbrook was like 10%,
Yeah, but
and
those
then
are, I guess those are like studs though. This guy isn't. He's like mid range here, price point. So I don't think you'll see this that often from Chris. I like it though. Like I'm gonna play this guy for sure. But yeah, DraftKings Chris overall play. Who is it?
overall play here. Let's go with De'Aaron Fox here. I went with SGA on FanDuel. I think De'Aaron Fox is priced 1,100 cheaper here on DK, so I'll go De'Aaron Fox.
Okay. Just this comment here from NC says he would rather play Kobe White at the same price point as Josh Jackson.
I mean, Kobe White's in a pace down spot. Different position as well. Point guard. Point guard's loaded on FanDuel. Shooting guard, not as much. Those are my reasonings.
Okay. Back to DK, Chris. Value play here. Who is it?
For value, we can go with. Let's go with Chris Boucher here for 5.6K. Especially if he's starting, he should smash this price tag.
Yeah. Shout out to VN Jones, says he dropped in here with a like, help us out for the giveaway. Says he has a Zoom interview at 8 p.m. has to get ready for. Good luck to you, VN Jones. But yeah. Tournament play here, Chris. Is it Josh Jackson?
Yeah, first of all, shout out to VN Jones. That's awesome. But yeah, I'll go with Josh Jackson here as well. He's a little more expensive. So I do think he's a better play on FanDuel, but he's probably going to be lower owned here on DK. But yeah, I have a lot of interest in Josh Jackson.
Yep. Okay, let's get into core plays, go over some lineups. This is my favorite segment here. Get into Chris's head here a bit. First core play, Chris. I'm just going to sort it by value here. I see Bismack here at the top. But he is 15%, so I'm not sure if you're going to say that. I think Roby is probably a safe guess if I had to guess the first one.
Yeah, let's go with Roby. Then we can lock in those two mid-range guys right under, Fox and SGA. And then we can also put LaMelo Ball in here. I think the point guard decision isn't too hard on FanDuel today, so I'll go with those four guys.
Okay, let's hit Bill, see what we get. AC says Josh Jackson's mom has been on him lately.
Yeah, I guess that's why he's playing better. I mean, he has all the tools to succeed. I mean, super athletic, long, just doesn't have the brain. But I mean, he looks a lot better this year. That's why I really enjoy watching him play.
Yeah. Wow, I'm liking these builds. Seeing two Raptors here, Chris, first two. Seeing Boucher in the third one. Looks to be a good DFS day to me. But which ones do you want to go over? I see we have two different centers at the first two. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I'm not too high on LeBron. Boucher's too expensive for me. Not too expensive, but I think he's priced fairly on FanDuel, so we can look at the first two.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have Fox, LaMelo, obviously lock them in. Fred here, 8.2K, no Siakam. I think that's a good play there. SGA locked him in. OG, I mentioned him when we first got the Siakam news. He probably gets the biggest bump, 5.4K here. Really good play in my opinion. Jeremy Grant going up against the Sacramento Kings. We love that matchup. He's in a good spot here. Roby locked him in, and we have this 2v2, Hayward, Biyombo versus House, Cantor. This decision, it's not even a decision here for me. The first side just blows the second side out of the water here.
Yeah.
Big, best game environment for the Hornets. Gordon Hayward's underpriced. Biyombo's in a spot where Zeller's out, so he kind of gets that bump. And then House and Cantor, I don't really feel too great about them. So yeah, definitely the first side here.
Yeah, the first one technically has three Raptors. Biyombo used to be a Raptor, so yeah, easy decision for me as well. DK, Chris, let's sort it by value here. First lock, if I had to guess, I mean, you get a few centers here, so I'm gonna say Biombo.
No, I wouldn't lock in Biombo here, but definitely a good play. Probably gonna. I think he's in my favorite build right now, but I'll start with De'Aaron Fox. I had him as my favorite play on DK, so he's a good play. And then we have Gordon Hayward a little lower, 6.7K. Really like that price tag. We can lock in Chris Boucher as well. I had him as my value guy. I think he's 5.6K over here on DK. So love that price tag. And then yeah, we can build with that.
Okay. Apparently 25 out of 30 likes. So 5 more likes, guys, and we'll do the giveaway to our optimizer here at dfscrunch.com. If you just want to try it out without the giveaway right away, start using it now before the slate starts. We do have a free 3-day trial automatically applied, no coupon code required. You can cancel anytime before then. You won't be charged at all, so you can just try it out for free. For 3 days, you get access to everything during that trial. So you get our Discord as well, and you get every single sport that we have here. We have every main sport on FanDuel and DraftKings, plus niche sports. What else do we have? We have all the different slates as well, so lots of stuff to keep you busy during that trial. Let's check out these builds here. Got a question actually. Royal King says, if you had to make a lineup with Curry, how would you make it on FanDuel? Let's get into that after we go over these DraftKings lineups here. We could do that after. Seeing 3 Raptors, 2 Raptors with Biombo, so I'm liking it a lot, Chris. Which ones do you like here?
Yeah, so it's gonna be the first 2 here. I mean, if I'm being honest, the first side is gonna be the obvious build today, as of now with the news that we have. But we can still go over these 2. So we have a few differences here. We have SGA on the first side, like you just highlighted, and then we have Bismack Biombo. And then on the second side, we have Kemba Walker and who's the other guy here? Buddy Hield, sorry. So yeah, I'll go over the same players. We have Kyle Lowry, 7K. I kind of mentioned him when I went over the Raptors. He was my favorite play on DK for them just because he's the cheapest. And then we got the Siakam news, so he gets a little bit of a bump, enough to push him into the optimal here. So I do like that play. I think it's a revenge game for him as well. They're playing against the Rockets, I believe. So you got that revenge going, even though it's probably been 10 years already. We have Harrison Barnes here. I mentioned him. Hayward, 6'7", locked him in. Boucher locked him in for 5'6". Fox locked him in. And then PJ Washington here for 5'4". Really good price tag there. Then we have a 2v2 here. Same sort of thing as FanDuel. One side just makes a ton more sense to me. It's SGA and Biombo versus Kemba and Hield. I was talking about Hield when I went over the Kings. I never liked playing him. He's looked pretty bad this season, so I don't want to go there. Same thing with Kemba. Like it always feels like a struggle for him to get there. This season, obviously, he had like very good seasons in the past, but I mean, this season he hasn't looked too great. Obviously, dealing with injuries. And then the first side, we have one of my favorite plays, SGA. I wouldn't even be surprised if SGA somehow beats both Kemba and Hield here today. I do think that is possible. Obviously, the projection difference between the two is probably, I don't know, 20-point difference, but I don't know. I think SGA could beat both of them. And then, yeah, we also get Biombo here, who's great value, so definitely the first side here.
Okay. Let's go back to the question we had about a Curry lineup. Would you just lock in Curry? I guess we'd have to, let's see, Curry. So you'd have to get rid of Fox or Ball here. Would you just get rid of both and lock in Curry just to see what's, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be Fox. He just projects so well without Halliburton, but we can just get rid of both, lock in Curry, and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's the cool thing about using our projections here and our optimizer. Like you can go about playing whoever you like here, and you still get a solid construction there. So if for some reason you want to play Curry, which you're more than welcome to if you think it's a good play, You just lock him in like that, or you can adjust his projections, or I mean, there's lots of ways to go about changing the default build. But yeah, I mean, it's super cool how you can just make a few different adjustments there and then get a super sharp lineup with the rest of the guys. But yeah, what do you make of these ones compared to the other ones, Chris?
Yeah, I mean they just look a lot worse for me. There's just so much value in point guard with pairing Fox and Ball together. It just opens up so much for you. So I mean, yeah, I don't love this route. If I had to pick a team here, it's probably the second one. I want to get Biombo still. LeBron, you get LeBron there, but I don't know. I don't like this route today. I don't think it makes too much sense for me.
Yeah. Well, in this first one, who don't you like here? Like, you don't like someone like Dort? Um,
Yeah, I don't like Dort. Don't love Barnes. Barnes is more expensive here on FanDuel. Don't love Cantor. Just I don't love the spend ups it gets us. Like I don't know. It doesn't really make too much sense here to go Curry when we have this crazy value with Ball and Fox.
yeah. Any of the other ones that aren't here in the top that look a bit more interesting, maybe, or no? You just don't like any of these guys. Like, they all kind of have a guy or two that you don't really like, right?
Yeah, I mean this would obviously be for tournaments only. Yeah, it's probably going to change if we get some other news, but like as of
So
now,
we have
we're not
Hero out.
getting in. Yeah, with Hero out doesn't really matter too much. Doesn't change anything for us. But yeah, I don't love the Curry route too much on FanDuel today.
Okay. What we got here? He says tools fun, endless possibilities, so fast. Yep. NC says thoughts on paying down from Van Fleet to JJ and just paying up to Wendell at center in the FanDuel line.
Um, yeah, I mean, I said I like Josh Jackson a lot. I assume you're talking about Josh Jackson when you say JJ. But I don't love Wendell Carter. I love Van Vliet here without Siakam. He gets a bump. So, I mean, I personally wouldn't do it, but I don't think it's the worst pivot, like especially in tournaments. You do need a pivot or two off of like the optimal teams to kind of differentiate yourself. So I don't think it's a bad pivot, but it's not something that I would do in cash games.
Yeah. Seeing some Bam Adebayo here. Questionable tweet just now.
Still questionable. Yeah, so we didn't get news on him.
Yeah, it just says Bam Adebayo warming up right now, but no decision made yet on his status for tonight.
Yes.
But
Yeah, so I mean, if he's out, like I said, maybe more Kelly O. But I mean, if he's warming up, I assume he's going to play. They probably want to try to win this game against the Utah Jazz.
yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to go over today, Chris, before we wrap it up? I think we're still 4 legs away from the giveaway. So I guess run it back tomorrow. Weekends are usually good. We usually get them on the weekends. Usually get like 2 or 3 actually. So I think tomorrow we'll do it. But yeah, anything you want to say, Chris, before I wrap it up here?
No, I mean, if you're not a member and you want to join, I mean, this is the perfect time. I think we always say Fridays are perfect. You get 3 days free. We have MMA. We have NASCAR later in the week. We have some college basketball over the weekend as well. Obviously, the big sport, NBA, bunch of slates on the weekends. So, I mean, it's the perfect time if you do want to join, if you want to try it out for free.
Yeah. Yeah, you said it well today, so I'm not going to do it again. But I will say the site is dfscrunch.com, so that's where you go in there. Also about the free day trial, three-day trial. There's no code required, so you just get that automatically if you're a new member. But yeah, hopefully we'll do the giveaway tomorrow. I think we will. Weekends are always good there, so yeah. Other than that, guys, before you go, just a reminder, hit the thumbs up if you haven't for whatever reason. Do appreciate that a lot. It helps people find our content, growing our YouTube. So I think that's one of the ways we go about doing it. And then if you're not subscribed, you liked it today, we do the same format every single day here. So weekends as well, holidays doesn't matter. So we do it every day. So subscribe, hit the bell button. I think we might hit 30, Chris. Maybe we can stall for a bit. feel like we should just stall for a bit.
What are we at?
I think Justin pulled out his burner accounts here. I see 29. I think we can get 30.
Yeah, we could do it. We're close enough. We could do it. Why not?
I actually went down to it went down to 28 now.
Whatever. It's fine.
Should we do it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's put 90-second countdown. Actually, I don't know why my Google's not working today, but I'll just set it up different tab. You wanted to do the YouTube video last time, Chris, for that?
Yeah, we could do it. He found a YouTube video. Why not? Yeah. So if you want to join the giveaway, just type anything now. Red Roses usually wins it. So if you want to win, type Red Roses, I guess. And yeah, we'll spin the wheel once here.
Yeah. Let's see what we got. Anything now? Yeah. Anything.
Orange stick. I don't know about orange stick.
Spin, spin, spin. Hey, hey. Red Roses. Take me out from Hasty. Take you out where? Night out in the city with Hasty. Take him out. We got Shmoney. We got Woohoo. Blue Roses from Jaden. Got triple money bags. Nets guys. 2 thumbs up. That's a good one. Shmoney winning easily today, Chris. Is this countdown better? Is this really better, Chris?
Yeah, I think it's easier to see. Yeah, I like it more.
This video has 12 dislikes. Wow. I mean, it's a 90-second countdown, but the video is 1 minute and 41 seconds. So I'm not sure if it's an actual 90 seconds.
It's probably some celebration at the end. I don't know.
Time's up.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that when Dakota said Shmoney is winning today. It made me think of Bobby Shmurda too. I think I looked it up as well. It was his first day out yesterday, so me and Hasty were on the same wavelength there.
People didn't understand 90 seconds would take 90 seconds from John Cotter with the dislikes. Could be. Good question here, Chris. Thoughts on Boucher in tournaments from NC?
Yeah, Boucher's a great play today. I mean, Siakam's out. Hopefully Boucher starts, but even if he doesn't, he gets an increased role here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a lot of interest in him in both formats.
Welcome home, Bobby, Chris, from Jaden. It's the final countdown. Yeah, so we got 15 in here. We'll take out Hasty, but I think that's everyone. Yeah, let's do that. Get rid of Hasty here. He doesn't want to be a winner for the giveaway. Shuffle that up. Got Otto Porter out today as well, Chris.
Who does he play for?
Does it matter? Chicago?
Yeah, I think he plays for Chicago now, but he's been out for a while.
I think I'll get the light fixed tomorrow, Chris, by the way. Like, I think it'll be good. We'll get it fixed tomorrow. KJ, is KJ here?
Yeah, KJ always wins. He knew it was going to be orange stick. I feel like this is his 3rd time winning. I mean, he's always here, so he definitely deserves it.
Orange stick. How did he know? Oh, he's confident too. He says, "Nah, it's orange stick." Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. So he knows how to do it. Is that just send Chris? You know his email?
Let me see. I think he's signed up, so I think you're gonna have to do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, KJ, if you're signed up, then just send me a message in the Discord, and then I'll just refund you the difference for 1 week, or I'll extend it. It just depends if it's PayPal or Stripe. So just send me a message with your email in Discord, and then I'll just do that for you. So easy peasy for you. But yeah, anyone didn't win, guys, you can still try it out. No reason not to try it out. Like Chris said, weekend, so it's a good time to try it out. Lots of sports here. You listed all the sports. But yeah, 3 days for free. No code required. So just sign up, try it for the weekend, cancel on Monday if you want to cancel, and you just try it out absolutely free. Play your DFS with our optimizer. It'll be a lot of fun. So just check it out. Yeah. I think that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I got to do my NHL lineups. Probably Chris here too. Yeah, good chat today. Appreciate all the comments. Lots of fun as always. I think tomorrow I'll have the light fix, so that should be good. Excited to play today. Chris as well. Like he always says every single day, he's excited. But yeah. Just a reminder, one last reminder, guys, make sure you're subscribed. I think that helps us with the algorithms here. And yeah, we'll be in the Discord updating any core plays if there's news that comes out, answering more questions. So if you're a member and you're not in the Discord, be sure to join that. It's in our Twitter, the top pinned tweet here. So that's how you would join there. But yeah, guys, good luck tonight. We'll see you all tomorrow.